There are over 100 characters in the FNAF franchise. You have Withered, Glamrocks, Nightmares, Funtimes, Phantoms, and so on. Now I would like to rank all those characters in a tier list. Only problem is that there are so many characters to look at. If I have to talk about every character's backstory, this video could take hours. So instead, I'm going to rank every FNAF animatronic by the design. I'm not focusing on the story or their importance to the FNAF lore. It's just about the design. Now I do say every FNAF character, but that's not actually the case. I'm not gonna include humans to this tier list, because how do I even rank Vanessa's design? Do we have to say how attractive she is or something? No, I can't do that. That's too sus. I'm also not including the FNAF world and book characters. As always, this is my opinion, so please don't be mad or feel intimidated by my tier list. I know it sounds weird, but there are seriously people who go ballistic over my opinion, so don't be that guy. Now let's go over to the tier list. And here is the tier list. There are a lot of characters to rank, as you can see. Obviously I'm not gonna rank the humans and the FNAF world characters or the book characters, because this list will be twice as much as it is right now. So again, I'm only gonna rank them on their design. Not their story, not the importance of the lore, just their design. We start with Freddy, of course, the OG Freddy. What do I think of his design? He's the most iconic Freddy animatronic there is. He's of course the first one, so for that I give him a lot of points. I don't find his design perfect. I mean, there are other FNAF animatronics which I think are much better than Freddy, but his design is very iconic, and for that I'll give him the Fantastic rank. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same with Bonnie and Chica and Foxy. I think all of them, all the four, are fantastic. Golden Freddy also goes in the Fantastic rank. I'm gonna think here a little bit, because is it worth to add all those in the Fantastic rank? They're very iconic, that's the main reason. They're very iconic. But do I like the designs of them? You know what, I'm gonna put them a tier lower. I'm gonna give them the good rank. They are iconic, but other than that, there are better designs of these animatronics. There are better designs of Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. I'm gonna put Golden Freddy on the Fantastic rank. I think he's a bit more scarier, more sinister than the other ones. I also got the Cupcake here. Again, a very iconic character, so I think I'll put him also in a good rank. I also have the endoskeletons. I will put the endoskeletons on Fantastic. I made a separate video about endos, and if you've seen that video, you know I was scared of endoskeletons. Not today anymore, but back in the day when FNAF first came out, I found the endoskeletons quite uncanny. Toy Freddy. I'll be honest here, I'm not the biggest fan of the toy animatronics. I don't know why. I don't really care about them. Same goes with the design. They work for a toy animatronic, that's true. But for me, they don't look that interesting to me. So I'll give Toy Freddy the boring rank. Same with Toy Bonnie and Toy Chica too. Yeah, I'm not gonna play sus here, okay? She's boring. She's not... You know what other people say. No, she's boring, okay? Yeah, I'm satisfied to put them in the boring rank. Mangle, however, is definitely fantastic. I love Mangle's design. The weird parts everywhere. What the children have done to this animatronic is insane. You know what? I'll give Mangle perfection. Yeah, I really love the design of Mangle. It was a weird animatronic at the time, and it still is a perfect animatronic, honestly. Balloon Boy, however, is definitely ugly. I hate that thing. I don't know what Scott made here. I don't know why he decided to make a humanized animatronic, but it's ugly. Look at him. Nobody cares about him. The Withered animatronics are definitely much better than the toys, in my opinion. I love Withered Freddy, but I'll put him in the good rank. He's, in my opinion, the least interesting one of all the four Withered animatronics. I put Withered Bonnie on perfection. Withered Bonnie is... He's Withered Bonnie. I think everybody knows who Withered Bonnie is. Withered Bonnie without his face is very classic. Many fans have created their own version of Withered Bonnie. For example, Ignited Bonnie in The Joy of Creation. And they look insane. Yeah, Withered Bonnie deserves perfection. Same thing goes with Withered Chica. I love Withered Chica. Withered Chica is my favorite Withered animatronic. What Scott did with Chica, this is definitely the scariest Chica out there. Withered Foxy. No, I'll give also Withered Foxy the perfection rank. Those are perfect. Except for Freddy. I think Freddy is good. Now, you know what? I'll give Withered Freddy the Fantastic rank. He is definitely better than the OG Freddy, in my opinion. He's definitely better than him. Withered Golden Freddy goes also in the Fantastic rank. It's the same as Withered Freddy, but he misses the ear and that's it. The puppets. Honestly, I'm not really scared of the puppet, which makes her design a bit less interesting. I'll give her the good rank. I'm not the biggest fan of the puppet's design. Maybe it's because she's a doll, because I'm not really interested in that. I'm more interested in animatronics, so I'll give her the good rank. Shadow Freddy is basically a reskin of Withered Golden Freddy. I like the reskin, so I'll put him also on Fantastic. Shadow Bonnie is definitely more interesting than Toy Bonnie. I'll give him the good rank. It is kind of lazy. It is a lazy way of making a different version of Toy Bonnie. Just make him black and give him white teeth and eyes. That's it. It's definitely creepy, but the design, I'm not sure. I think it fits perfectly in the good rank. JD goes also in the ugly rank. It's a reskin of BB, and I hate BB, so there goes JJ. Endo 2, I love Endo 2. Honestly, I'll give Endo 2 perfection. I love the design of Endo 2. It's the most creepiest Endo out there, and he works perfect. He works so perfect for an endoskeleton. So yeah, perfection. The Phantoms, Phantom Freddy, Phantom Chica, I hate the reskinned versions of them. I hate that they don't have a new design. One thing that I love about the Phantoms are the eyes. I love the white spirit eyes, but that's it basically. So if I have to rank them, I'll give Phantom Freddy boring, Phantom Chica goes in the ugly rank, Phantom Foxy, I'll give him the boring rank, Phantom Mangle ugly, Phantom BB also ugly, and Phantom Puppet, I'll give Phantom Puppet good. For some reason I like Phantom Puppet. For all the Phantoms, this is the only Phantom that I think is a bit more scarier than the other ones. So for that reason I'll give Phantom Puppet the good rank. Springtrap's design, definitely perfection, it's top notch, it's great, it works for a main enemy. Scott really made a good enemy here. The Nightmatronics have definitely a sick design, so for that reason I think I give Nightmare Freddy the Fantastic rank. Nightmare Bonnie goes in the Fantastic rank. I'll give Nightmare Chica the good rank. I'm not a big fan of Nightmare Chica for some reason. Nightmare Foxy goes in the Fantastic rank. It's not perfection to me. Nightmare Fredbear definitely goes in the perfection rank. I love Nightmare Fredbear. He's definitely the best nightmare of all the Nightmatronics, in my opinion. He is terrifying in FNAF 4. Every time you see him in the hallway, man, that always creeps me out. Always. The same thing goes with Nightmare because he's a reskin and I also love him. Plushtrap, honestly I find Plushtrap kind of boring, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a huge fan of Plushtrap, honestly. The Freddles, same thing, also boring. They are just there. Jacko Chica, I love Jacko Chica. The Jacko animatronics are so great. I give Jacko Chica Fantastic, counting the pumpkin with her. And I give Jacko Bonnie also Fantastic. I also love Jacko Bonnie, yeah. Nightmarion is perfection, I think. He is perfection. The Nightmare version of Puppet works much better than the Puppet herself. I don't know why. I think it's because of the long tentacles and that creepy body of him. It looks like a skinny ink demon or something. It's so weird. Also the ribcage in the middle is so cool. So yeah, no doubt Nightmarion goes in perfection rank. Nightmare Mangle, I love the Nightmare parts of Nightmare Mangle. But I still give her the good rank. It's nothing more than reused parts that Scott already made. So for that reason I'll give her the good rank. Nightmare BB, good. The Nightmare Endoskeleton from Help Wanted. I just included them in the FNAF 4 section because it is of course a Nightmare Endoskeleton from the FNAF 4 game. It is quite a cool endoskeleton. It's a really cool endoskeleton. But I think I'll give him good rank. It's not as scary as Endo 1 and Endo 2 for some reason. I don't know why, but I like Endo 1 and Endo 2 more. So it goes in the good rank. Baby is a very classic animatronic, but her design. I love that she's so huge. She's very huge. If you ever played one of the FNAF Help Wanted games and saw her in VR, you know how big that animatronic is. And that's what I love about Baby. But I don't think it's a perfect design, honestly. I think it's fantastic. It's a fantastic animatronic. Over to Funtime Freddy. Love the bonbon on his arm. Really cool Freddy animatronic. Fantastic rank. I'll give him fantastic, yeah. Funtime Fox is my favorite Phantom animatronic, but I still don't think it's a perfect animatronic, so for that reason I'll give him fantastic. Ballora, I give her a good. I'm not interested in Ballora. She's so random, honestly. And Ballora's design is kinda sus. I mean, what was Scott thinking with that chest? Why did she need that big round chest? Was there a reason why Scott did that? It's a bit weird. So I'll give her good. She's kinda sus. Innards. I love Innards, but in my eyes, it's not perfection. The mask makes him definitely more iconic, Without the mask, it was more of a random endoskeleton. So I love that Scott gave him a mask. But other than that, it's a naked endoskeleton, a bit of a weird endoskeleton with wires randomly everywhere. I don't know, I don't feel the same way with this endoskeleton as Endo 2. For that reason, I'll give Endo the fantastic rank. Biddy Babs, I find the Biddy Babs boring, honestly. I find them really boring. Same with Electrobab. Their design is so basic. It's so basic, honestly. The Minarinas are ugly. I don't like the Minarinas design. Bonbon and Bonnet go into the good rank. I like the design. They're quite cute. Lolbit is a reskin of Funtime Foxy, and I still give him or her the fantastic rank. Yendo goes in the fantastic rank too. He's kind of creepy animatronic. But basically just a naked Phantom Freddy. Happy Frog, I don't really like the designs of the Mediocre melodies. I don't know why. They're just basically the original Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, but more random, honestly. Happy Frog is ugly. Pigpats is boring. I do like Pigpats a bit more. Orphale is good. It's the only Mediocre melody, which I think is kind of cool. And Mr. Hippo is honestly... he's kind of ugly. He's kind of ugly, honestly. The big snout of him, yeah, I don't know. I don't really like Mr. Hippo. Netbat 2, I'll give Netbat also the ugly rank. It's a very basic Freddy animatronic. Very basic. Over to the Rockstar animatronics. I'm gonna be honest here, I'm not a big fan of the Rockstars. To me, the design is kind of boring. So for Rockstar Freddy, I'll give him boring. Bonnie is good. I like the design of Rockstar Bonnie. Chica is ugly. Rockstar Chica, I hate Rockstar Chica's design. I don't know why, but the color combination with the blue and yellow is awful. It's awful in my opinion. It doesn't match at all. So ugly for Rockstar Chica. And Rockstar Foxy goes also in a good rank. I do like the parrot on his shoulder and the bat leg, of course. It makes him look more like a real pirate. So yeah, good for Rockstar Foxy. Over to the important characters in FNAF 6, which are the main 4 animatronics in the fans. Starting with Molten Freddy. Even though he's a spaghetti, everybody calls him, of course, the spaghetti animatronic. I really love him. I really like the design. But do I think it's a fantastic animatronic? I love his mask. His mask is amazing. And his hand, yeah, I'm gonna give him fantastic. I love Molten Freddy's design. It's now time for Scrap Trap. Now, most people absolutely hate Scrap Trap. They don't like the design and really thought, what was Scott doing here? Because what is this? It is a abomination. But I like the abomination. I really like Scrap Trap. It is, and I think still is, my favorite animatronic. And I don't really have an explanation for that. I don't know what it is with Scrap Trap, but the shots when he's in the salvage room or in the back alley, it's so sinister, so uncanny to look at him. I love that his eye sockets are completely black because of the shadows. It's so cool. I know a lot of people are not gonna agree with me here, but I'll give Scrap Trap perfection. It's my favorite animatronic, and like I said, I don't really have an explanation for that. I just like the design. It's weird and monstrous, but that's what I love about it. It's so weird. It's weird. Scrap Baby also goes in perfection. I love the damaged baby animatronic here. It's not even baby anymore. The theory is that this baby is a different baby from another pizzeria in her older location. But I like her. I really like her. The big scissors, or whatever you want to call it, is so cool. I like that she's on roller skates. A connection to, of course, Partytime Chica. It's perfect. Lefty. In my eyes, Lefty's not that interesting. I'll still give her the good rank. I do like the black color more than the brown color, Rockstar Freddy, and I like that she misses her left eye. Funtime Chica goes in the good rank. El Chips is also good. I love the sombrero hat and the small guitars holding there. Music Man, I'll give Music Man, it's not a boring design, but weird. I'm gonna give the boring. I don't find it boring, but I also don't find it a good design. It's so weird. It's just a random animatronic with 6 legs. Helpy, I'll give Helpy good. Helpy is just classic. He's a classic animatronic now, especially with the newer games. He got introduced in a lot of the new Steelwool games, of course. So yeah, good for Helpy. Ken Nicky Dead, I like the robot design. I really like it. I'll give him good. Security Puppet, also good. It's a bit more detailed than the normal puppet, and I like that. But still not fantastic in my opinion. JJ, I think JJ is a really ugly animatronic. I don't like JJ, it's a really ugly animatronic. I hate it in Ultimate Ghost Knight, and the design itself is very ugly, honestly. XOR goes in boring. It is definitely better than JJ, and a bit more sinister, but that's it. Nightmare Fredbear. I'll give Nightmare Fredbear the boring rank because I'm not satisfied that this is the real Fredbear. If this is the real Fredbear, I'm not happy with that, honestly. I hope the real Fredbear is a bigger, fat animatronic we see in the FNAF 4 minigame and in Merge Custom Manor as a prototype. I don't like the fact that the Fredbear animatronic is maybe OG Freddy but a reskin. I just don't like that. I don't think it fits well for a Fredbear animatronic. I don't hate the design, I don't hate it, but it could be better. Plus babies, they are plushies. They're not that bad. I'll give them the boring rank. Glitstrap. I really like Glitstrap. I'll give Glitstrap fantastic. I love the Spring Bonnie costume version. It really works. It really works. I can literally see William Afton wearing this to lure kids. Dreadbear, a fantastic Halloween animatronic. I love him. Not perfection in my opinion, but definitely fantastic. A really great design that Steel has cooked here. Logan Fox, on the other hand, is definitely perfection. Is definitely perfection. I love what Steel has done here. It's a bigger Nightmare Foxy version, basically. That's also on fire, which is really cool. I just love the design. It works so great for a Halloween Foxy animatronic. It's perfect. Captain Foxy, I like the jacket and the Captain hoods, but it's nothing more than original Foxy, so I'll give him the good rank. Alright, the Glamrocks, they're definitely special. I think Glamrock Freddy is the most boring one, honestly. It's nothing more than a normal Freddy, but I still give him a good. I think it works perfectly for a Glamrock styled animatronic. Roxy is fantastic. I like that Steel gave her hair that actually moves like real hair. It's very special. And yeah, a female version of Foxy. It doesn't look bad. I'm not in love with her, okay? Please don't think that. No. Chica, she's definitely a special Chica version, but I don't find her better. I don't find her a fantastic. I'll give her good. Monty also ends in the fantastic rank. I love Monty. It's a really cool idea to make a alligator animatronic, and it works so perfectly. I just wish we had some more scenes with Monty, because he's such a cool animatronic and his design is great. The Glamrock endos are definitely fantastic. Honestly, I think the endoskeletons, the Glamrock endoskeletons are perfection. They look the most like a real endoskeleton. This could work, this could probably work in real life. It looks like they could work. Probably not, but still, they are the most convincing enough to work in real life. Okay, I changed my mind here. I'm gonna change Roxy and Monty to the good rank, and I'll give the Glamrock Endo the fantastic rank, because we now entered the Shattered animatronics, and I think they are much more perfect than the original animatronics. Starting with Shattered Monty. Shattered Monty, fantastic. I love the withering on Monty. He's so cool. It's so cool that he has no legs. It's of course sad, but seeing all those wires he's dragging with him while he's crawling is so cool. Chica is honestly the least interesting destroyed animatronic, so for that reason I'll give her the good rank. I love Shattered Roxy. I think Shattered Roxy is perfection, honestly. That part where you have to go to defend while Shattered Roxy is after you is such a terrifying part. Sun and Moon. Honestly, I'm not really a big fan of Sun and Moon. The design is not bad, but I find them quite boring. So Sun and Moon both end up boring. The staff bots are also boring. DD Music Man. I was never really a big fan of his design. It of course needs to represent a spider, but the body looks so weird. It doesn't really form like a spider. But still, I give DD Music Man the good rank. It's still kind of a unique design. The wind-up Music Mans are basically normal Music Mans, so end up in the boring rank. Okay, I've included one human in here, and that's Fanny. And then I'm only gonna rank her costume, of course, not Vanessa. I'm gonna rank the costume of Fanny. I like the design of Fanny. It's really cool. No, I'll give her fantastic. I like the bunny costume. It's a shame we didn't saw Fanny a lot in the games, but the design is awesome, so fantastic it is. Burn Trap, I give Burn Trap the fantastic rank. No, I'll give Burn Trap also perfection. Even though the animatronic is very disappointed in the games, the design is cool, you gotta admit. His design is quite unique, and basically a sprinter version from Steel Wool. The Blob is honestly not a great animatronic. He's definitely important to the story somehow, but I'm not really a big fan of his design. If Steel Wool would make changes on his design in the next FNAF game, I would appreciate that. I would really appreciate that, because there's something about the Blob, he misses something. He needs something extra to make him a bit better, a bit more sinister, creepier, cooler, I guess. I got Glamrock Bunny here. Of course, we have a destroyed Glamrock Bunny. This is the fixed Glamrock Bunny. It doesn't matter. Good rank. I like the Glamrock Animatronic. Ruined Freddy is, in my eyes, definitely perfection. I love this Ruined Animatronic. It works so good. Even though we didn't saw more than, I don't know, 5 minutes of the game, the fact that it has no head and is still functional is so cool. And the monstrous belly is perfect. Steel really cooked on this design. Perfection. Ruined Chica is the same with Shadow Chica. It's a good version of a Ruined Animatronic, but not fantastic. Ruined Roxy, I'll give her fantastic. I like the design. The mask is a bit random. It's not bad. It makes her design more creepy and weird. But it is kind of random that she now for some reason has a mask. She probably found it somewhere. In Help 1 and 2, she also asked for the mask, of course. She still tries everything to make her beautiful. But the mask didn't work, honestly. It definitely didn't work. Ruined Monty is perfection, fantastic. I'll go with fantastic. It's just a small bit why it's not perfection. It's just, it misses something to be perfect. But I still love the animatronic. Eclipse, I'll give Eclipse... You know what, I really like Eclipse. I'll give Eclipse perfection. Even though I find Sun and Moon a boring design, something about Eclipse, it makes him 10 times better. I don't know why. The different colored eyes is so cool. Seeing the sun spikes with the head is so cool. I love the design. I love him. Perfection. The Ruined DD Music Mans, they are good. I like the bunny one, with the cut ears that got the bunny version. And also this one with the mask completely gone. It's so cool. Ruined DD Music Man, fantastic, fantastic. Unfortunate we did not saw this design in Ruin itself, only in Help 1 and 2. But I still love that Steel did make a version of Ruined DD Music Man. MXCS is a cool character, it's pretty cool. Fantastic in my opinion, fantastic. I love his design. It's not scary at all. But he looks cool, he looks tough. The scrap design of MXCS. Now this design would be very terrifying. Not perfection, same rank as fantastic. If Steel decided to go with this design, Ruin would be much scarier. Seeing this entity spawning out of nowhere, glitching like that, it's very creepy. It is kind of unfortunate they didn't go with this design, but I kind of get it, because an AR bunny doesn't have to be scary. But still, I would have loved to see this design in Ruin. Ruined Mimic, I love Ruined Mimic. In my eyes, it's perfection. I don't know why exactly. It's a big endoskeleton version, and it works for me. It works. Seeing how he rebuilt himself with all these parts he found is so cool. Ruined Mimic in the suit is also perfection to me. This is definitely a scarier version than just a naked Ruined Mimic. Steel really tried here to make Ruin scary. And although it's not the scariest game, I still appreciate that Steel did his best. Corny, I'm not a big fan of Corny. He goes in the boring rank. Jacko Moon, I like the Jacko Moon design. I'll give him the good rank. He's definitely better than the Sun and Moon design itself. Jackie in the box, good. Not my favorite character in Secret of the Mimic, but definitely a good character. Mr. Helpful is honestly kind of boring. I'm not the biggest fan of his design. The clean effects, I love them. I really love them. They gave him a good rank. They somehow work in their old time. I could see this guy working around the time 1970, 1980. Big Top, I like Big Top's design more than DD Music Man's design. It works a bit better, honestly. It's still weird. It's just a huge head on top of a ticket booth. So I'm not fantastic. It's good. I don't really get the animatronic, honestly. It's a bit weird. However, the ruined version, the destroyed version, definitely goes a tier higher. Goes in the fantastic rank. I love the destroyed parts on him. Puppet Foxy, it's a fun idea, but his design, yeah, it's a Foxy puppet. That's it. It's not ugly, but just boring, honestly. It's boring. Dolly, good. Reminds me a bit of Baby, somehow, with the faceplate in the middle. Molten Dolly, fantastic again. I love broken animatronics, and seeing Dolly completely burnt and still functional, the Mimic is still able to move around in that burnt costume is so cool. Part-time Chica, it's very interesting to see Chica's first design, so good. It's not even a bad design. I could see kids loving this costume in a roller skate themed restaurant. Tiger Rock, good rank. Yeah, it's just a costume. I got Fiona here. I don't really know why I got Fiona here. It's just a computer, so I guess good. It's a super advanced computer, but other than that, it's a computer. That's it. I cannot say it's boring. I love the little monitors on the back and such. The Mimic, I'll give the Mimic also perfection, the first Mimic design. How Steel created this animatronic is so interesting. Seeing all those little wires and mechanical parts on him, it works. I can definitely see this animatronic hide in different costumes, and also the way he can stretch his arms is so cool. I love the animations of this animatronic. We got the prototype versions of the Mimic. I find them ugly. They're just so random and weird and out of nowhere, honestly. The prototype versions, starting with prototype Freddy. Prototype Freddy missed his head, although we see his head a lot in the advertisement for Secret of the Mimic. I'll give them boring, because we've already seen the animatronics. It is unique to see the first ever design for them, but we already have seen the design, and they're just missing parts, that's it. I'll give them boring, I'm not so very interested in that. The prototype version for Spring Body and Fredbear is a different story. I really love to see a different design for Spring Body and Fredbear. Spring Body goes in good, Fredbear goes in fantastic. I don't know what it is, but I like the Fredbear design a bit more than the Spring Body one. And the last character, which is Sleepy Moon. Sleepy Moon is a creepy costume, very weird, but I love him. He's fantastic. It's so sinister, weird, and I love that also when he moves, his mouth goes up and down. It works. Also the little jingles you hear when he walks, it's creepy. It's weird and creepy in the same way. So this is my ranking of the design of every animatronic. I hope I didn't forget any important characters. If I did, I'm very sorry. Let me know what's your favorite animatronic down in the comments, and tell me what you like about him. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like and perhaps subscribe for more FNAF content. Also, if you're in the mood for another FNAF video, then click on one of the videos that pops up on your screen.